Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. This is GenchoMoto and today I'm gonna show you how to replace your rechargeable battery on a BMW key fob in case your key fob is playing funny when you're trying to unlock and lock your car, but it's actually starting your car. With all that being said, let's just get straight onto it. Sorry, Marek. The bits you're gonna need is obviously your BMW key fob, a battery which you can get anywhere like eBay or Amazon. They go for anything between £4 and £8. My one was £8. You can also go and get your key battery replaced in Timson's, but they're charging 30 quid plus the battery, so you're looking about 35. And it comes up much cheaper if you do it yourself, even if you don't have soldering iron, which you're gonna need because we're gonna be soldering. It still comes up cheaper to get a soldering iron kit for 20 quid off eBay or anywhere else, because that way at least you have a tool for future jobs that you might wanna do, and then you're learning new skills as well. Also, we're gonna need something like a blade so we can open up the key, because last time I've tried to open it with a screwdriver and the key's not exactly pretty now when it's done. And we're going to try to be a little bit more careful with this one. Also, what I would recommend is use a heat gun with my soldering iron. I also have heat gun included in this. It's like a 3-in-1 piece, so I've got soldering iron, blowtorch and heat gun, so I wouldn't be using a separate heat gun for that. I will just use this to heat up the key so I can open it because it's sealed. And yeah, let's just go straight through it and you'll be able to see how I'm doing it, so you can do it yourself. So let's start with taking the battery off the packaging. There is literally no way how you can mess up the plus and the minus, because as you can see, one of them is thicker than the other one. So let me just prepare my torch. If you have any key rings on the key, remove them. Put that on side. And I'll also advise you to remove your manual key. On the ones with the cap on the back, it's very easy. They just have them little pins here on the other side. But with this one, it's a lot more harder. And if you try to cut through it, it's gonna be much harder for you, and you're gonna scratch and damage your key. So that's why we're gonna try to just heat it up. I think it's doing the job now. You don't want to heat it for very long time because you can damage the board in the key, but you want to heat it up just so you can get the glue warmed. You want to work your way through, you don't want to leave it on one place for too long. Right, key is warm, so we're going to try to cut through it. I will start from the top bit and work my way down. You want to be very careful not to scratch the key or cut yourself. You want to be very careful not to scratch the key or cut yourself. Okay, so my blade is not working really well, so I'm gonna heat it one more time. I'm gonna open it your way as I've done it with the screwdriver, like the lost key. I just don't have the patience to play around with it. You're gonna need a very, very thin screwdriver, and you're gonna make your way from here. And when you have it warm enough, you have to work your way through, but be very careful not to break the board. Once you have it open enough, you can try to open it by hand. I think that should be enough. And it's open. This is how your key looks like. As you can see, the battery is soldered and it's them two little bits. Them two, this one and this one is your battery. This is how it looks like. So what we're gonna do now is solder it. Unsolder the old battery and solder the new one in. Clear everything that you don't need, put it on the side. By the way, I've never soldered before, so at least we'll see if it's hard or not. You have to be very careful when you're soldering and unsoldering. Right, battery is out, so after all it's not really that hard to solder, I think. So the thin part, that thin bit, goes in this one, and the thicker one goes here. All we have to do is just place them in. So once you place your new battery, what you want to do now is solder it. As I said, don't judge me if it's not a great job, it's only my first time doing it. But this is only so I can prove that there is nothing that you cannot achieve if you want to do it, if you truly want to do it. So we're waiting for the soldering iron to heat up. Sorry guys, the camera ran out of battery. Right, so it's all soldered. And what we need to do now is put everything back in place. For this we're gonna need super glue. I don't think I've done that well with my first job, but hopefully it's gonna work. If not, we have a second key, so it's not a massive issue. But if you only have one, then you have to be very careful with what you do. Put it back in place, make sure it's fit. Looks like it's fitting. We're gonna carefully place glue all around the edges. Be careful not to put any glue on the board, because this might damage the board. My neighbor helped me out with the first one and he made it look so bloody easy. Where with me it looks very, very bad and ugly. Hold it tight for a few seconds. Right, second one's done, and let's go to give it a test. See if it's working. Don't worry if you don't make exactly a perfect job, because they're selling cases for them keys on eBay, so it still wouldn't look as ugly as it is now. My one's pretty ugly, but to be fair, for small jobs like this, the first one that I did was much better than this one. But as I said, them jobs are people with hands that are very careful, and they have to be patient as well. But as long as it's work, I think we achieved our goal and mission. As you can see, it's pretty simple as long as you're careful. It might not be the best job, but let's go and test it out. Right, the moment of truth. Let's see if it's working or not. Okay, so the key works. It unlocks and locks the car. As I said, it's not a perfect job, but it does the job. Then we have our second key that's working as it should as well. Let's see if it starts, and if it does, then this is mission successful. It's a bit tight in here. Okay, so put the key in. It's recognized. Okay, so this is the end of the tutorial of how to change your rechargeable batteries. It's not the perfect tutorial, it's not the perfect job done, but at least I hope you're gonna get a rough idea of how to do everything by yourself and hopefully save yourself some money instead of going to somewhere else to get that changed. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and put a comment below, because that's how you help us grow and that's how you help us fix our mistakes that we do. This is it for now, stay tuned.